Is this what we've come to? A judge being arrested by the FBI. A judge in Wisconsin was arrested by the FBI. They're accusing her of at least misleading ICE agents or throwing them off the trail of someone that they deem to be an illegal alien, as they call them, or an undocumented person. It's really scary. Kash Patel was behind it. He put up a tweet. He has since deleted it. I want to know what's going on. Is this where we're living in a time where you can detain judges because they're not doing what you want them to do? What happened to the independence of the judiciary? We're supposed to have 3 branches of government.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Micca, and we're back for another Red Cup Talks because this is where truth, pop culture, and politics meet. So I had to come on and do this video because I just finished a video about a woke judge that had a TDA member in his house living with him, okay? And he got arrested. His wife got arrested. This man is going to get deported. I mean, everybody gone, okay? Because that man was a gang member with guns inside of a house with a judge. Like crazy. However, this story is even crazier. This judge is inside of the courthouse and she's obstructing ICE because she doesn't want ICE to get the illegal immigrant, all right? And they're in the courthouse. Like, you can't make this stuff up. And now Dems are like, ICE can't even come in federal buildings. They're scaring people. They're just running around, picking up people, and they are throwing judges in jail. I mean, ICE is just going rogue. Like, you can't make this stuff up. All the mainstream media is talking about this, and I want you guys to see this foolishness. Watch.
Judge Hannah Dugan, a local judge, Milwaukee County Court. She was arrested on courthouse grounds where she works at about 8:30 this morning, taken into custody, appearing before the federal court about these charges, helping an immigrant from Mexico try to escape federal immigration authorities. The story of how that happened, it all took place on April 18th. That man, a man named Eduardo Flores Ruiz, he was in her court for a domestic violence charge, according to the court records. And at the hearing, the immigration authorities from the federal government were waiting to apprehend him for these immigration removal proceedings. But Judge Dugan, according to the court record against her, became visibly angry, commented that the situation was absurd, left the bench, entered chambers, and then escorted later Flores Ruiz through a jury door so that he would avoid his arrest by federal immigration authorities. That is according to the Justice Department in federal court. Flores Ruiz has also been apprehended. He appeared in court yesterday for trying for the re-entry proceedings.
They were not this vocal, not this active under Joe Biden, okay? Jim Crow Joe got all of them to come in, and that is illegal. And nobody better than I. No lawyer, nobody. All right. And now all of a sudden, all these judges want to be up in arms. But it's the liberals. They are trying to protect the worst of the worst, just like they're protecting the Maryland dad down there in El Salvador, going and taking our money down there. They are protecting the worst of the worst. This man was also in custody for what? Domestic violence. Why is this judge mad? Like, this man would probably whoop her too. Like, I don't understand. All right, guys. So here is a quick clip of that judge leaving after being arrested for obstructing ICE, okay? I want you to see her trying to scurry out. Watch.
Judge, anything to say about this?
Judge. Yeah, these liberals have lost their mind. They are going hard for these illegal immigrants, and not even the good ones, okay? Meaning the ones that are at least trying to do something with themselves, at least trying to create a better life. They go hard for the criminals. That's why he's in court in the first place. Makes absolutely no sense. Can't make it up. All right, so as if Big Mama Judge wasn't enough, trying to avoid the press as she scurries out after being arrested, the mayor of Milwaukee had the nerve to make a statement. And when I tell you, you just understand why nobody takes Democratic men seriously. You understand, okay? They're softer than soft, okay? Charmin, anything you could think about, marshmallows, whatever. They're softer than soft on crime, on everything. This is why these sanctuary cities and these blue cities are having the problems that they're having. You have judges obstructing, and you have mayors like this one. Watch.
In this case, I think what happened here was just showboating. They're just trying to have this show of force. And in the process of doing this in a courthouse where people need to go for court proceedings, they're scaring people away from participating in the process. So if they are witness to a crime or something of the sort, they're not going to go and participate. And that makes our community less safe.
So the issue is with how the arrest happened, not necessarily that there was an investigation.
Again, I don't know all the things that happened there, but I'm saying that the way that they went about this in this ham-handed, haphazard way that this administration has been doing since day one, it's driving people away, or has potential to drive people away from participating in court proceedings, which makes our community less safe. I want people to go to court. I want people to have their day in court. I want people to hold folks accountable in our judicial system, but the actions of this administration are driving people away from doing that, and that's not good for public safety in Milwaukee.
Do you believe this man should be deported?
I'm sorry?
Do you believe this man should be deported?
I don't know any information about the man. I'm talking specifically about the Trump administration's actions as it relates to this case and what they've been doing with immigration overall since he's been president again. Like, they're scaring people. They're scaring people in this community. They're scaring people in immigrant communities all across the United States. And when folks don't participate in our judicial system, bad things happen. Our community becomes less safe. And that's the message that I'm trying to get across.
Do you believe this sets a dangerous precedent moving forward to future judges that could be arrested for similar actions?
Quite possibly so, but I hope that the answer is no. I mean, if a judge is being arrested in a courthouse, just imagine the chilling effect that it sends to other folks who would otherwise participate in judicial proceedings in our courthouse, and not just in the Milwaukee County courthouse, but courthouses across the state of Wisconsin and courthouses across the United States. This makes our community less safe. And that's not a good thing for public safety in Milwaukee or anywhere across our country.
Do you know of this happening anywhere else?
I don't know if this is happening anywhere else. I haven't seen that. I just know that it's happened here, and I'm concerned about what happens on around public safety on the ground in this city. And that's why I'm bringing attention to this right now.
Has a judge ever been arrested in the city of Milwaukee inside the courthouse before?
Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge.
Mayor, do you know the judge personally or professionally? How would you describe her?
I've had the opportunity to see Judge Dugan around over the years. She's been elected since 2016. That's the same year that I was initially elected as well. So we've seen each other at a number of community events out in Milwaukee over the course of the last nearly 10 years, nearly a decade.
The answer is no.
Go ahead.
Have you been in contact with any of the victims that Mr. Ruiz allegedly struck?
No, I have not been in contact with any victims. My concern, again, here is strictly about the tactics used as it relates to this judge and what ICE has done as it relates to other individuals who've been arrested in the courthouse. It sends a chilling effect to other people who will participate in our judicial process here in Milwaukee. And when folks do not step up, when folks do not participate in the judicial process, that makes our community less safe. That's the message here. The actions of the Trump administration are making our community less safe.
I used to think, maybe it's just, a matter of policy, the matter, that. But now I see they're all extremely woke, this new dark woke, and they're all extremely ignorant and dumb. Like, why in the world would you believe that ICE cannot come in to a federal building and arrest somebody that's here illegally? Like, I don't understand. ICE is federal. The building is federal. She's a federal judge. Like, I'm trying to figure this out. Where don't you get this at? And then they're like, oh, well, he's arresting judges, meaning Donald Trump, even though he's not there. But, oh, this administration is arresting judges. No, the judge obstruct. Okay. If you obstruct a regular police officer, okay, as a regular person, you're going to jail. What made Big Shirley think she wasn't going? Okay. Big Shirley found out the hard way. All right, so you knew our favorite Trump deranged medias were going to report on this, okay? The liberals can't wait. They salivate to get anything on Donald Trump, all right? Instead of actually getting something on, these illegals, they want to just fight with this administration. It never ceases to amaze me. But here's the Trump deranged media on this very case. Watch.
The FBI just arrested a Wisconsin judge accusing her of shielding an immigrant from federal officials. When you're doing stuff like that, it makes people say, not enough people, mind you, but more people all the time say, that's not what I had in mind when Trump was talking about immigration. And these, by the way, are the same people who, when they talk about tariffs, are saying, I voted for Trump because he said he was going to lower prices.
Stop trying to put MAGA and all the people that voted for MAGA in this, okay? It is the Democrats that don't like what Donald Trump is doing. We are fine. We are fine with what he's doing. We don't care. We don't care about no illegal immigrants. All of this is safe, okay? The man is working within the confines of the Constitution. You guys are just so damn deranged. It doesn't make any sense. And when I tell you the liberal media jumped all over this, it's everywhere, okay? Because they can't help themselves. This woman here, along with the rest of the mainstream media, are just absolutely insane. The liberal onslaught against Donald Trump is just coming on and coming on and coming on today, okay? Because of this judge. Big Shirley got everybody talking, okay? Especially, your favorite here, Don Limon. He's going to throw a lot of glitter right now because he can't wait. He salivates to talk about Donald Trump, just like the rest of them. Trump deranged. Watch.
Is this what we've come to? A judge being arrested by the FBI. A judge in Wisconsin was arrested by the FBI. They're accusing her of at least misleading ICE agents or throwing them off the trail of someone that they deem to be an illegal alien, as they call them, or an undocumented person. It's really scary. Kash Patel was behind it. He put up a tweet. He has since deleted it. I want to know what's going on. Is this where we're living in a time where you can detain judges because they're not doing what you want them to do? What happened to the independence of the judiciary? We're supposed to have 3 branches of government.
The fact that you had to have cinematography that goes in and out while you are talking about something and you're supposed to be serious is hilarious, okay? When I tell you he is a whole clown, he is a whole clown. Judicial thinks they can tell the president what to do. They think they have the authority. They're there to advise within the law what is supposed to happen. That's it, okay? But they have lately been acting like they are in charge, like they are the commander-in-chief. But when it was Kamala and them, everybody was telling them, ignore these judges, ignore these judges. But when it's Donald Trump, he's a dictator. When it's Donald Trump, he's the orange man bad. When it's Donald Trump, it is always extreme. I don't care what Don Limon wants to talk about. At the end of the day, that judge, Miss AKA Big Shirley, had to be taken down. Okay, she was obstructing. All right, so this is what Don Limon was over there talking about. Okay, here is FBI Director Kash Patel's tweet. Just now, the FBI arrested Judge Hannah Dugan, a.k.a. Big Shirley, out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, on charges of obstructing after evidence of Judge Dugan obstructing immigration arrest operations last week. We believe Ms. Dugan, a.k.a. Big Shirley, intentionally misdirected federal agents away from the subject to be arrested in her courthouse. Eduardo Flores allowing the subject, an illegal alien, to evade arrest. Like, you can't make this stuff up. So y'all have seen all of that. So here are my thoughts. Let's pour it up. You are a federal judge. You swore an oath and you are bound by the United States laws. All right. I don't understand why you won't comply with the laws. All right. You are a federal judge. You understand the federal laws. This is a violation. He is here illegally. Why are you trying to help him evade arrest? Because you're woke. Most of these people that sit on these benches are woke. I tell people all the time, whether they're conservative or whether they're liberal, I tell people all the time, you need to understand who these people are sitting on these benches, okay? You need to understand if they fit your values or not. They just vote down ticket and it doesn't serve you any good, regardless if they have Democrat or Republican behind their name. If they don't have your values, your same mindset, then guess what? They're going to wreak havoc. Just like this judge here, okay? And Big Shirley thought just because she was a judge, she was going to get away with it. No, ma'am. We arrest everybody, okay? You decided to put yourself in the middle of what is a legal arrest, and therefore you got to go straight to jail. Do not collect $200. Do not collect a judge pension. I'm telling you, if this was me, I would find a way to fire this judge. Like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Big Shirley, you were wrong for that. However, I could be wrong. So you guys get down in the comments, like, comment, and subscribe. It's your girl, Mika. Let me know what you thought about Judge Dugan here, a.k.a. Big Shirley. Also, let me know what you think about all of these news outlets and Don Limon reporting on this judge, acting like she is some type of victim. Nobody's above the law. To quote Miss Respucia, a.k.a. Letitia James. I'm following that story too. You guys get down in the comments, like, comment, and subscribe. It's your girl, Mika, and I'm out. Peace.